Hey folks, this is Getting Real with Hillary. Okay, so let's just go over my hair looks bad, my wrinkles look bad, so let's get that out of the way first. Okay, good. So this is a real-time, real inquiry. Uh-oh, I don't have my tissues, but let's see how far we can get without the nose running. So I've been talking about how what was, oh gosh, it was Reese Witherspoon. You can only be treated the way you let them treat you, right? I've been thinking about that, and I had said goodbye to my guy. Let's call him Larry because that's actually his name from my book. So Larry, we had said goodbye. I didn't get his calls, and even though it was because my phone wasn't working, I just couldn't take it anymore. Okay, because I'll give you a summary in case you missed those. He's not available. I don't really get to see him. I can't call him. But even so, most people would say, well, then what the fuck? I mean, what are you doing? Right? And that's the one side of me over here is like, what the fuck? And I'm swearing and everything today. Okay? So if you don't like it, just hit the little stop button. Okay. So what the fuck? Like, what are you doing? Right? That's what my brain says. The other side of me is, I've loved this guy for all these years. He finally came back. I was so happy. And hallelujah, la la la. Okay. So I go crazy, tell him, I can't live this way. And it's the end. Right? So Monday and Tuesday and Wednesday, I process it. I'm in a good place. I'm free and peaceful. Right? Back to my old life. Guess who calls Wednesday night? He calls. I don't want you to think I was lying. I don't think you were lying. Um, I just, can't forget about you, and I just fell in love with you, and whatever. So I was like, okay. Um, I said, well, I didn't like what you said. I didn't like that you just said, okay, so I'm just going to be honest. So once I get divorced, if you're available, fine. I'm like, really? Like, you tell me how madly in love you are with me and how special I am. And then it's like, oh, well, like, no biggie. So what he said was, no. So you could say I'm stupid. I'm already saying it. So let's get past that. So he says, what he does is, because it's a defense mechanism, he just clicks off. He clicks off his feelings, and he's just like, you know what? Fuck that. So that's what he says. He says these things that aren't nice. I said, and the other thing was like, don't call me at work. Don't call me at work. I can't call you. Like, I was going crazy because I thought the only reason why he wouldn't have called, and again, I didn't know my phone was broken, but he was dead in an accident. And then Monday morning comes around and I'm like, are you okay? And according to him, he tried 4 times and he just figured I was having fun with my family. So I get both sides, but I'm the one living with, I can't see him and I can't talk to him, right? And will he ever actually get divorced? I don't know. He might. He sounds good, but I don't know. So he called Wednesday. I said, it's nice to hear from you. And, we set up a time to talk today. He already called today, this morning, to say at that time he won't be able to call, which was very nice. And I said, okay, if you can't, when can we talk next? So we had something in the book. And I said, you know what? I said, I'd like you to think about how I can see you. I got that you're a prisoner of what's going on at home and that you don't have time. And I get that. And I don't want you to change your life. I just have to decide if I can deal with this. So I'm just saying to you guys, when I was married, I finally got that my husband, ex-husband, didn't have to change so I could be happy. He shouldn't have to change. I just didn't have to do that anymore. So I'm just trying to look at this situation and say, he doesn't have to change. He might be this way for the rest of his life. My decision is, can I deal with this? Is it great having in concept this great, wonderful love that I can never see and not talk to? Maybe, and maybe not. Right? I get to decide. I get to choose. So I said to him, you think about if there's a way I can see you. Because I can't do this. My heart is floating out here and there's nothing there's nothing I could do about it. I said, if you need to keep going this way, being a prisoner and not being able to talk to me, I got it. I just need to respect myself. I need to respect myself and, be treated the way I want. I don't know if I said that, but that's what I said. Okay. So after I said it, I was at the gym. I was on the rowing machine. I stopped because you couldn't hear me because my phone is still messed up. And I said all that. Okay. So I feel good. I stood up for myself. I it's a small step, and some of you may go like, "Are you kidding me? Why would you even allow this to go on?" Well, I am, and I'm doing the mindful self-compassion that this is where I am in life, and I'll tell you why. I'm a people pleaser. I don't like people to get mad. I'm reading my list. I'm holding on to this love as if it might be my last. I don't know. Maybe I'll never find this again. And there's the heart and there's the brain. And my heart loves this guy. No matter what, if I never see him again, I will always love him. I know him so well, and that's the way it goes. I don't know if we'd be good together. I never really got the chance to find out because of the way it was, and you have to read the book to find out. So, anyway, there was something I heard on my meditation. It was a parable, and the phrase was, "This too shall pass," meaning this king was about to get taken over, and he read the parable, and this too shall pass. He released it. All of a sudden, the enemy went away, and he won. Then, when he was happy, the guy said, "Read the parable again, read the phrase again." And he's like, "Why? I'm happy." And it said, "This too shall pass." And then he got his ego out of the way, and he was that. So I get all this will pass, right? This too shall pass. The guy will come through or he won't. Hopefully we'll all survive, knock on wood, and it's not the end of the world. I'm just looking at the grip it has on me. This has a grip. I don't want to let go of this guy, but at the same time, I'm not getting anything back in return. And my thing has been, be a good girl, don't be high maintenance, don't complain, and that's how I had the marriage I had for 20 years that didn't work, because I was told, you be quiet. Don't, my mother will still say, "Stop it, Hillary, stop it." And I'm like that's how she was raised. So that's what she passed on. And maybe in that generation, you did what your husband said. Maybe they had affairs, whatever they did, and you just looked the other way and all that. So I'm kind of caught in the middle and trying to have my life work, put myself first, get treated with respect, and get treated well. And it's not something I've ever done. I'm ashamed to say that. I'm ashamed to say all of this. I'm ashamed that I'm working this out publicly. I mean, like, seriously? Are you really saying all this and posting it? Yes, I am. I'm doing it in case it helps someone else who's in this situation. That's why. I am putting my shame out publicly. Are you really putting up with this guy? Yes, I am. Yes. And Oprah would roll her eyes. I love them. I really do. There's some connection. Whatever it is, I just do. And there's some people like that. That doesn't mean I have to be, you know, thinking I have a relationship that really doesn't exist. It really, it is what it is, and it isn't what it isn't. So, anyway, I got to get back to work. I just wanted to put this on loudspeaker because I'm all dressed up and I got my nice shirt on and I really am going to change into my home clothes and didn't want to be recording with my comfy clothes without my jewelry and all that stuff. So anyway, there goes the tear. I'm working this out publicly. I have no idea if anyone's watching. I'm having compassion for myself that this is where I am right now. And this is the only moment I got. And all I can do is expand my ability to speak up and have what I want. And that's what I did today, folks. I'm proud. If I never hear from him, I'll realize he can't take it. And if he can only have me the way he wants me and I'm not allowed to speak up and ask for what I want, better to know now. So I'm pushing the envelope. Because, yeah, because that's what I can do. I just went in my head there for a sec. Okay, thank you. I finally got my first royalty check. I was told by Amazon. I have no idea how much it is. I don't think it's that big, but it is. I got the email without the amount. So that's pretty cool. Creatinglifeouthere.com is the blog. And Getting Real with Hillary. So stay tuned. Who knows? Every hour is new. If you're into this, fine. It's a live, real life soap opera. And it's my life. So this is called Getting Real. I don't know if you like it. That's what it is. Thank you.